Hello, everybody. This is Joshua Hayes at BigWaveTrading.com coming to you with the Saturday stock. Well, actually, with Friday stock market wrap up, free to use on Monday, but it's Saturday right now when I'm making this. Let's go ahead and start off with the New York Stock Exchange. As you can see, yesterday, a lot of people were kind of like, "Oh no, the market's selling off," because the NYSE was down 1%, Nasdaq was down 1%. As you can see, the SP 500 was down 0.85%. However, I want you to remember this is good because what we have right now from the very beginning of August to now is a base building area. And that's what we're going to need to have better charts to make bigger gains. Oh, I want to show you like our best stock on Friday, GRRF. We're up now 47%. These bases allow bases like this to form. As you can see, this right here is an ascending base. And you can see the pivot point for me was right here. Well, actually, like for me, it was back there. So I'm going to go back here and do this with you. So here's where I went long, right here on the 4th with the move above that trend line that was showing a ascending base formation, a pennant formation, if you will. Breaks out, gets back in there, but now watch this is where the support of that line now plays an important part. Look at how it finds support right at that uptrend line that I drew, connecting this low, and it stays right into that base. After breaking out above this, stays right in there, and then now it breaks out yesterday. And I don't know why, but for some odd reason, I didn't add to this one. And let me go ahead and get rid of this and see what it looked like and see why I didn't add to it. And that's why I didn't add to it, because there was, yeah, I already had some, and it wasn't max green bop or anything. So now, 47% gain on Friday from where I went long to now. 51% gain in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 days. 50% gain. That's what I like. 50% gains in 8 days, 100% on margin in 8 days. That's what I like. That's what I'm looking for. And we'll probably get more of that as long as we continue to base. And when I see going sideways, you can see higher volume day before makes this a technical distribution day. But just like other past distribution days, here on the 5th and there on the 6th, you can see tails both days also. And then you get a fall through. And then I forgot that I think it was this. Yeah, this day of big volume really is smaller volume. And even if it was big volume, you got a bullish tail in there anyway. This was about the worst day it had, and this was a distribution day from the day before because this bar here was smaller. So this was the only really bad day, and besides that, you got another tail. Let's look at the NASDAQ. Look at the NYSE relative strength line kind of lag a little bit. And the NASDAQ on the short term, notice how it's still kind of lagging a little bit, not seeing much oomph at all. But once again, you can see here, remember the last two pullbacks, tail on the 5th and 6th tails, then another tail on the 10th on low volume, then another tail on the 11th on that distribution day technically. Then you try to come back. We come off the highs a little bit. Next day we have a good day. Sadly, there's no volume behind the move, and then today and on Friday you're down 1.19%. And you have a tail. So 1.19% is worse than S&P 500. So the S&P 500 is the leader of all these guys, as you'll see here. Consolidation, as you can also see here, with a 0.85% loss, it was the best index on the day. And as you can see, minus these two breakout attempts here. Here it tries to break out, gets back in a base, but notice the tail. And remember, that volume day right there was smaller the day before, so it was not a distribution day. Still a bullish tail. And as you can see on the other big volume days, bullish tail. Wait, let's go all the way back here. On the 28th, bullish tail. On the 29th, bullish tail. Another down day on the 5th, bullish tail. Another bullish tail on the 6th. Another bullish tail on the 10th. And a slightly bullish tail on the 11th. The lower volume kind of gave it better conditions. And then on the 13th, it attempts a new breakout here. 10.12 is above 10.10 that it got on the 7th. So it should have kept on going higher. But instead, it's going to pull back. Higher volume because it's a technical distribution day. However, with the intraday tails, remember, we closed very bullish off the lows. If you guys don't have good intraday chart, you can always use a telechart sister product, freestockcharts.com, and go to the intraday. Let's see if I can throw that up right now. As you can see, I'm reading about football. Always doing hardcore research for the stock market. Always doing hardcore research. Whoops. And as we go here, you got to wait till it loads up. It'll hit 100% whenever it hits. So let's go and just go back to the charts, and I'll come back to this later on. So you see S&P 500 doing better than all the rest. Let's see how the S&P 600 did. You can see it had a bad down day, down 1.83%. Look at the relative strength line roll over. But it also had a bullish tail. And that bullish tail, of course, is holding on to the lows back here recently. So you have that as a support. I want to draw the straight horizontal line. I don't want to be off any. So right there, you can see it's holding support there. And if you don't think that support's going to hold per se, maybe you can see back here. Here's another support level. And then, of course, here's the last one for me for the SP 600. It's down here. Connect there. And that's by the 200-day moving average. You notice how the last other retracement right here supports now around where the 50-day moving average is. So that's what I'll be looking for the S&P 600. I don't like how it's lagging, but everything seems to be lagging to the 500. 1.4%. So the SP 500 was the winner on the day. I'm going to go back to those free stock charts. There we go. Now, I'm not sure, but let's just do NYSE, see if that brings it up, NYSE. And as you see here, daily 30-minute chart. Do we have that? Yes, we do. We have it 30 minutes. Let me go ahead and get closer up on it, though. So as you can see the 30-minute chart on the 14th. Look how we sold off intraday, and then look at the comeback. That's awesome. Let's go to a 10-minute chart. It'd be a little bit better. So here's the beginning of the day. Ugly, 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 ugly. Then support. Excellent. Bullish candlestick patterns as it tries to find support in the 10 minutes. And then look at the end of the day, the 3 bullish candlestick patterns here on the 10-minute. Now let's look at the 5-minute. That should give us the full thing. You can see the downtrend. And notice on every 5-minute session, look at the tails all the way down, except for one bar. And then you can see all the open bodies and all the tails. And at the end of the day, boom, 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 boom. Very, 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 very bullish. Show you a 1-minute chart. Gonna have to go back a little bit to get the full chart in here. And there you go. There it is. But I just want to go to the end and just look at the bullish end on the 1-minute chart. And that's just very, very, very pretty. Let's see if NASDAQ, how that comes up. NASDAQ composite. There we go. QX, cool. Just like and look at that at the end of the day. And then let's go over here and do the 5-minute chart. And then do the 10-minute chart here. 15-minute actually. So there's the 5-minute chart of the NASDAQ. Doesn't have candlestick, sorry. 15-minute, there's the end, there's the intraday move. And then look at that bullish move at the end. And then here's the 1-minute showing you the end rally. And then let's show you the whole day. So free stock charts, pretty cool charting system to be using for free. And as a subscriber, you can get onto a better version, but I'll do that later. Let's see how much time I have left because I want to close it with... Cool, 8 minutes. Let's go and just run through this. I'm going to show you a paint chart of the IBD 85 and 100. I want you to notice back here, let me pull the dates up. Notice back here in October and November when the original stock market put in a bottom. Look at the relative strength line moving up. Now come up here and look at the price of the IBD 100. It was moving down, or the 85. It was moving down while the relative strength line was moving up, showing positive divergence in the market. Sadly, the IBD index then rolled over, but the market kept going up. And so the IBD index has hinted at a possible reversal with the relative strength lines giving a divergence. It told you to be on the watch out for something. Now look at the March rally that the markets had. This index has basically gone from 160 to 200, a very small move. Now notice this uptrend arrow I drew here. What did the relative strength line to the overall SP 500 do? Fall. This told you that the 500 was doing better than the 85 leading stocks. And then recently, since the new leg started in July, here's the leg up. You can see it moving up clearly. Up, up. And then there's the down arrow showing the relative strength line. Down, down, down. And now right here, look at I have a descending wedge, kind of, or I guess you could call it a descending triangle formation. Either way, you can see how it moves lower and lower, lower highs, while the index moves up. And now it's re-rolling over, and as you can see, the relative strength lows are right back to where the old lows were in August, but price is still slightly above. So when this index breaks down below this support line right here, that I'll be drawing around the 190 area, kind of like just do low there, 190 area. Once this rolls down, the relative strength line should be at brand new lows again. And that'll, of course, not be very, 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 very bullish, obviously. 9 minutes to go, so I can just hurry up and do this one last one. And let's look at the IBD 100. Let me open that up. No save changes. There's the IBD 100. Same thing you have. October, November, relative strength line. After the index is going down for very hard, showing you why you don't want to be long stocks in a bear market. Look at this, leading stocks. Well, the relative strength line confirmed, and then here you had positive divergence. Price down, relative strength line up. Now the market rallies, but the IBD 100 just goes sideways, and while it goes this way, look here, while it goes this way, look at what the relative strength line does. It goes this way. So prices go sideways, this goes down. And then whenever it starts to break down in January, about the only good thing is, look at this downtrend in January to February. However, IBD 100 was holding up, which made me think, okay, well, this will be the start of the real rally with this kind of divergence. But instead, the index started to move higher, and right whenever we hit